Hey guys, it's Colonel Indiana Longnuts here, and so I want to give you guys a quick walkthrough of my account to thank you all for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate that. So the first thing I want to show you guys is troops. To me, troops are the most important part of the game. Whether you have the best or you have the worst heroes, giving them good troops is the main difference. I play 3-2, and here are my troops. I have a set of critical troops and a set of mana troops, both at 30 for war purposes, and I'm working on my third set, which are in the mid-20s. Currently, I will bring those to 30, and then I will have 5 level 30 troops for war. This is very, very important. So if you're lacking in the troop depth department, I would definitely recommend you guys getting some troop pulls in instead of doing hero pulls. Hero pulls give a lot of disappointment where troop pulls never do. So try and work that into your game. Get some troop depth, and your current heroes will just become that much better with better troops. Moving on. So my little village here, I've got my stronghold at 25. My watchtower is at 20. That's the max. I've got all my farms maxed. Got all my mines maxed. And I just run low-level training camps so I can build up some hero count. So when I want to level somebody, I have people to do it with. Houses and storages are all maxed. Everything's maxed. I usually just make tornadoes, but I'm currently out of nuggets. And with the Hunter's Lodge, I make hurricanes and scrolls only, but I'm out of shells. So I'm saving those right now. In the Hero Academy, I run the 3-star rare troops so I can train my troops with them. And I run the legendary heroes. I've gotten Boss Wolf and Cage, and the rest have been just season 1s, but it's very nice. The Alchemy Lab I love. I'm running 17, 19, and 20 right now. I always run 19 and 20. I switch back between 17 and this one, which I believe... this one here, which is 11. Those are both good for the Alch Shards, and then you trade in your Alch Shards, and you get 30 emblems, or you get a rare or epic Ascension material. So I usually take the emblems unless I get a 4-star Ascension mat. That's one of my favorite buildings, is the Alchemy Lab. And besides that, that is it. Alright guys, so the next part of my account I want to show you is my heroes. I do pretty decent in wars. We are a pretty high-ranked alliance, so we have some pretty stout opponents, and this war in particular I went 6 for 6, and these are all against, pretty good teams. So here are the teams I use, and I'll show you why. My first team is a very heal-heavy team. Obviously, red is very good against Tuluria. So I'm running 3 reds and 2 greens. My 2 greens are healers. Mother North requiring 12 tiles at slow, and Tuluria requiring 10, but she has a level 30 mana troop, so she only needs 9 tiles. Gravemaker is going to be the first one to go off. He's at very fast speed, and he has a level 30 mana troop, so he only needs 6 tiles. The next red match is going to be Puss in Boots and Tyr going off. Puss gives a very nice attack boost. He also is going to summon a minion for Mother North and Teleria, and 3 for himself. Everybody's going to start getting a little bit of a heal, and then Tyr's going to hit, and he's going to do some decent damage because of Puss in Boots' attack boost. The 2 greens are just support heroes. Mother North keeps everybody alive, everybody in the game. Everybody's rocking some minions there, and then Teleria comes in with some more minions. This can be a very minion-heavy team. I like that because it eats away at the opponent over time, while I can inflict Gravemaker's slow burn, and then Tyr's little bit of damage, and the bleed damage. So this is not a fast team at all. I usually get down to a tiebreaker a lot of the time, and this is one of my more successful teams. I did recently strip Puss in Boots for Frigg, and I did strip Teleria for Heimdall, and my paladins are very wide, so I've got some paladin emblems all over my war teams, which you guys will see, but this is Team 1. So, Team 2 is a very oddly put together team. The blues are more of the damage heroes. I actually run Costume Magni in the wars. The reason being is Costume Magni gives a defense down to the target and the surrounding heroes. And he gives a pretty good hit, 420% damage, and he's at 773. I've got a few emblems on him, attack and defense. So he's a little more sturdy than he was, and he puts a decent hit on the opponent. If you get him to get the opponent down below 50%, and then you get Fenrir off, Fenrir under 50% deals 640% damage, which is, that's the most in the game. So he is a monster. He heals himself for half of the damage inflicted, and any minions that are killed, he gets some mana. So he's not the best hero, but he fits into this team really well. Grazul, she gives the status ailment immunity for 2 turns, which is very nice. And so she's the first to go off. And so if I get 6 tiles off, and I can get her off before Teleria or Gravemaker or Vela or any of these status ailment heroes, they do nothing. Zimkeitha, if I can't catch those 6 tiles in time, I get Zim going, and she cleanses it. Queen of Hearts is a huge part of this team because none of these heroes are really strong heroes. So Queen of Hearts then is going to give her playing card minion and give a taunt. So, like in the war today, I had Drake go off and Queen of Hearts took the brunt of it. And the other heroes were very low on health, and if Drake hit those heroes, they were definitely dead. So Queen of Hearts having a taunt and then having plus 74% against any special skills for 4 turns is just insane. So that's a really, really good hero. With her, I went attack and health and defense, get her a little more sturdy, but her hit of 240% is still decent. So she's one of my favorite heroes, actually, with the taunt. I don't have Black Knight. She's the best I've got besides that. So this is a pretty fast team. The only hero that is not fast is Queen of Hearts, but she has a 30 mana troop, which she only requires 9 tiles for. And that is Team 2. So, Team 3 is one of my more favorite teams. And the reason being is most of these guys are killers. You've got Vivica in there. I used to run White Rabbit in that position with no healers on this team and just go and kill and hope you last. But it's either you kill it or you're very close. And I don't like losing, so I put a healer in there. She doesn't always go off. But I have a 30 critical troop on her, so she gets a lot of health and defense bonus because of that. So I hope that she can, save the time so she can get 12 tiles and the computer doesn't hit her. And if she goes off, then I usually will win the fight. I try first with this team to get 6 purple tiles because I have Cage at a level 25 mana troop. He's a very fast hero. He deals 450% of 863 to the target. He debuffs them first. He's a really, really good hero at very fast. He's a great hero. Then, if I get one more purple match, I get C-Shat. And with the combination of Cage and C-Shat, that is pretty much a sure kill. She's 400% at 842. She then summons her minion. That's a replicating minion. She debuffs the target and the nearby enemies. So purple is actually my main focus on this team. The yellows to me are more support heroes on this team, except for June, really. June is a straight up killer. Onitel has a level 27 mana troop, making her 9 tiles, and June has the 30 mana troop. Number 1, just so he has the highest attack, so his hit does a ton of damage. He does 488 of 888 attack, which is a lot. So with that mana troop of 26% boost, that's a hard hit. If I get Vivica off and I get 12 tiles, I heal everybody, and this is a pretty hard-hitting team. I like to go up against Black Knight with this team because I have 2 debuffers on this team. Cage, who will debuff him and then do a massive amount of damage, so he can't even taunt that and do 1. And if I do C-Shat, sometimes he does only the 1, but he does get debuffed. So having 2 debuffers on this team, I love running it against Black Knight. And that's Team 3. Now, Team 4 is a really, really reliable team. I've got a Costume Rigard. He's got 18 mana steps on him, or emblem steps on him. I gave him a lot of attack and defense and health, and I've got another one paired just like him on the next team. Rigard, Costume Rigard is, to me, a 5-star hero. He's overpowered for a 4-star, and I love this hero. You can't have enough Costume Rigard. I have 3 of him maxed. 2 of them have 18 emblems, and he makes this team really, really good. He gives a humongous attack boost, so he gives a 48% attack boost, which is, I believe, the best in the game. So he requires 9 tiles with a 25 mana troop. He only needs a level 5 mana troop, but all these troops are a little higher than that. So Heimdall, I give the critical troop to. He requires 12 tiles, so he has 1,000 defense and 1,500 health. More times than not, they're not killing him before he can go off. A slow hero that goes off almost every time is insane. Mother North and Heimdall pretty much go off every war. The only questionable hero I use that is slow is Vivica on that last team. But the green heroes, they go off. Sartana has the critical troop on her because she has a humongous defense and health already. but I want to make sure that she stays alive, and also that Clarissa gets charged in 6 steps because she's a very fast hero, and she gets the 30 mana troop. That increases the damage she deals a little bit. That increases the 230 poison damage over the time, but it also gets that defense against special skills for Rigard and Sartana off a little quicker, so she only requires 6 tiles to get going, which is really, really nice. Costume Liana, she slows mana down, and she deals a massive amount of damage. I'm going to be giving her 2 more attack steps, so she's going to be over 800 attack. I really like this hero. And this is Team 4. It's a really, really solid team, and one of my more successful teams. Alright, so Team 5 is kind of a boom or bust team. This team gets scary at times. The first hero that goes off is Vanda. Now, Vanda is going to, number 1, do a little bit of damage to everybody, but she's also going to make Teleria a little useless. Reason being is all that health that she's healing, 61% of it's going to be stolen by Vanda, and for all 5 heroes is going to go to Vanda, so a lot of that healing is just not doing anything. So Vanda's a really nice first hero to get going there, and then Wilbur's going to get going. Now, with Wilbur going, it's going to give all their heroes defense down. The goal then is to get 9 purple tiles while Wilbur's buff is still active. You're going to get Rigard going to give you that 48% attack boost. You're going to get Killhair off, which is going to deal 300% damage to them with your attack boost and with their defense lowered. And that does a massive amount of damage. Typically, it does over a third, up to 40% to the hero of their HP. So I usually look for a team that's not too healer heavy, but if they're healer heavy, I do have Vanda to steal 61% of their healing. This team is also good at really preventing any ailments with Vanda, and if Vanda's buff is not active at the time, I can get Rigard going and cleanse any ailment. So this team, while it doesn't have a lot of firepower, it is pretty good defensive-wise. Adding Freya to this team, giving everybody minions, and adding defense, either Wilbur's buff is active or Freya's buff is active, and my defense is really high, and this is not one of my most successful teams, but I believe this has a great potential against ailment-heavy teams due to the fact that Rigard can cleanse anything if Vanda's buff is not active. So this is still a team that's capable of killing a 4700 Teleria tank team, and I really like it because Killhair and Vanda are a couple really, really fun heroes, and Freya is just an underrated hero. I run Freya as my tank on my raid defense right now, and I was currently rated up to number 1 this morning, so I would say she is a very good tank, and that's Team 5. Now, Team 6 is either my cleanup team, or it is a one-shot attempt team. Now, what that means is, if my first 5 flags go good and they're all kills, I'll take a one-shot. I'll take a whole target with this team and go for broke. If I fail a target during the war, I will use this team to clean it up. Now, this is a very strong team. This is the team I'm least comfortable with, and it is a 44-85 team. Now, the reason I'm least comfortable with it is this. Yes, it has Torlac. He gives a huge tile boost, so your tiles are doing double damage, and everybody's healing a little bit over the 4 turns. You got Ariel in there at 9 tiles. She's cleansing everything. She's giving you a decent heal. And Kingston, I have a 30 crit troop on him because he has no emblems. He's just a base, and he's not that sturdy. So I give him the 30 crit troop because he's fast already. 8 tiles is going to get him going, and he does a decent amount of damage still. Now Finley, I give the 30 mana troop. He gets going in 7 tiles. He deals a massive amount of damage if everybody has buffs to everybody. So Teleria is the optimal tank I use him against, and typically I try and have Ariel and Finley ready by the time Teleria fires. And you've also got Frigg. Frigg does a decent amount of damage, 100 up to 244, and then she deals defense down to everybody from -8 to -44% defense, depending on how many green tiles. One attack on her, so she has a pretty decent attack. Usually hits 300 to 400 per hero, and then I can go in with Kingston and finish off somebody. But this team is really tile dependent. I can't play around too much. If I get some blues going, I can play around, let Teleria help everybody, get some defense down with Kingston, and then get Torlac rolling. That is usually my goal going in with this team. If I do a one-shot attempt, is to get Ariel and Finley going, let Teleria fire, use them, get my mana boosted, get defense down on them, get Torlac's humongous attack boost, and then just try and decimate with some tiles. This is a really iffy team. It's I'd say about a 60-40 win team, and I like it. I'm going to continue to emblem Killhair and then give Kingston some emblems, and Torlac will continue to get emblems currently. It's an iffy team, but it is it's a very successful team. And those are my 6 war teams. So the defense, the team powers are 4577, 4422, 4517, 4504, 4452, and 4485. So bringing them against 4700 teams, I'm only underpowered by 300 at max, and I have a good chance. Now, if you notice my troops, I'm running 2 mana on my blue, so I only have 3 of the 30s, but most of these team I have 430 troops, and that really helps my cause to keep my heroes alive. So if there's one thing you take away, level your troops. So the last thing I want to show you, these are my war teams. This is what I'm leveling. And these are just some random heroes. They're Titan heroes. They're 5 stars I don't use. I'm really not all that deep as far as heroes go. I've got a lot of 4 stars. I've got a lot of 5 stars sitting at 370. I need a lot of max. I can currently level 2 yellows and 2 purple 5 stars, but not really impressed with anybody. Yellow, I'm holding out for Thor or Odin. Purple, I'm holding out for Alfreich. Bara would be awesome. There's a few purples I would like, but I just can't get my hands on them. So I'm going to hold on to my tabards. And then I have just a ton of 5-star dupes I will eventually eat. That's about it, guys. Again, thank you all for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. You guys are the best. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Give me some comments. Make sure you're subscribed if you're watching this. Like my videos. Let me know what you guys want to see. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So, on that note, good talking to you guys. Nuts out.